Howdy neighbors, I'm Mac McCarty bringing you another episode of the Rough and Tumble channel. I'm sitting out here this morning, it's a cold morning in my man cave. Decided I would talk to y'all again. Of course, it always helps to have a good cup of cowboy coffee, and I have it every day. Man, that's good. Well, I want to thank my friend Karen, my wife and I's friend Karen out there in the West Coast for that cowboy coffee cup. I'll tell you what, it's bound to make it just a little bit better. Anyway, we've got a lot of good friends, and we've had people that have shared that they've appreciated these stories. And folks, that's exactly why I'm doing it. You know, to maybe brighten somebody's day, offer a little encouragement. It's a good thing to do, and I'm so glad that you've related that to me and my wife, and we really do appreciate it. She helps me. She's a big part, and I wouldn't want to think about doing it without her. And also, I appreciate Kelly, who I guess you call it producing. I don't know, but she's the one that set this stuff up for me and helps make it possible. I appreciate her very much. And there's a lot of people out there that we consider our very dear friends, and we care about all of you, but I can't go to mentioning everybody. I might leave somebody out, and then I'd be in the doghouse. Well, that's not real accurate, is it? When you live in the doghouse, then you can't threaten with the doghouse because I'm already there. Anyway, this story today it goes back a number of years, and this old gentleman, line crew foreman on this line crew, doing a bunch of work for Arco Oil and Gas, and this was out in the Chapel Hill field, and they were out there framing poles, setting poles, primary line, 12,500 volt three-phase line, building it back into a location. And I don't remember how far it went, but probably a mile or two. Anyway, you get, when you pull up into the entrance there, you could look off down that line, and you know, you could just see pole after pole after pole. Well, they had gotten down in a spot that was out in this cow pasture, and it was up on high ground. And while they were out there framing this pole, getting ready to set it in the ground, framing simply means that they were putting the gear on it, the hardware that, you know, what the wire would hang off of. And they were out there getting all this stuff prepared. All of a sudden, here comes this old, wrinkledy old truck, and this guy comes driving up there. Door comes open, and this old gentleman gets out, and he's moving a little slow, wearing his Turner Town tuxedo, and you could tell he was pretty weather worn. And he come up and he said, "Hey boys, what's going on?" You know, everybody spoke to him, and how you doing? You know, and he says, "I came over here to let y'all know that anytime storm blows up, get off of this hill." Old foreman looked at him. He said, "Get off this hill? What do you mean?" He said, "Lightning always hits this hill." He said, "I think just about every storm that comes up, lightning will hit this hill. And you don't want to be on this hill if a storm blows up. It's just too dangerous." Foreman kind of chuckled, and he said, "Well, old timer," he said, "appreciate you letting us know. We'll be careful." The old man got in his truck, and he left. Well, everybody kind of chuckled and laughed. They didn't take that very seriously. They got that old pole set in the ground. Well, they got pulled off that job. You know, when you do an oil field electrical contract, and sometimes something else is more pressing, and so the employer will send you somewhere else for a while. And there was no big pressure on this job. You know, they weren't quite ready. And so got sent somewhere else. And I think maybe a week had passed. Got back out there on that Arco job, and they pulled up on the end of the line there, and they were looking down through there at those poles, you know, just sitting down there, kind of like fence posts in a row, but 35 foot tall. And foreman looks at one of them senior linemen, and he said, you know, I don't see that pole on that hilltop over there, the one where that old man came up and talked to us about lightning. And the lineman and a couple of them grunts looked down through there, and well, no, can't see it. It must just be the lighting we can't see. So they got in the truck and they drove all the way over there and got there to that top of that hill, and that pole was gone. And they got out and they're looking around, and they noticed that all around was just thousands and thousands of splinters, creosote splinters from that creosote pole. Lightning had hit that pole and blew it into a million splinters. So that old man wasn't wrong. That old man was right. Because that lightning come in there and took that pole out before they ever could hang a wire on it. I think that's pretty interesting. And he had seen enough of it, and he was warning those boys about the danger there. But that's the story for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, thank you, our friends, all the new people we can share this with. You oil field people, please share it. Please give us one of those likes. That's that thumbs up, and subscribe. And let's spread these stories, and I want to hear your stories. That's what it's about, sharing and enjoying life, and enjoying the pleasures of life. Drinking cowboy coffee. Well, folks, until next time, I'm Mike McCarty saying so long for the Rough and Tumble Channel.